intoxicated, I'm always hoping I can drown my sorrows, but I love that bitter taste. So I'm addicted to you. Visions of you. Come closer, 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 closer. Come closer, 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 closer. Visions of you. Intoxicated, I'm always hoping I can drown the sorrows, but I love that bitter taste. And I can't see straight. I'm hoping that I'll make it tomorrow, but right now I can't feel my face. I'm intoxicated, I'm always hoping I can drown the sorrow, but I love that bitter taste. Visions of you. Come closer. Half past 9 and I can't see straight. I'm hoping that I'll make it tomorrow, but right now I can't feel my face. I'm intoxicated, I'm always hoping I can drown the sorrows, but I love that bitter taste. Visions of you.
Oh, man, you need some headphones, bro.
You know what I said, Jeff? Say, son. You know I said, Jeff. Just
Oh, man, you need some headphones, bro.
you know I said, Jesse. You know I said, Jesse.
Team pick. Ladies and gentlemen, heralds and mortals, and everyone in between, my name is Dota. I am joined by the lovely Playcast, and we are here with Team Ivory versus Yangon Galacticos. It's gonna be the lower bracket finals here, and of course we have the finals as well later on in the day. But yeah, Yangon Galacticos went Radiant, Team Ivory went, I believe, first pick. And it looks like a fairly Southeast Asian draft, and the Grimstroke, you know, gets a little bit of love after a little bit of buff from 739D.
Yeah, the new patch honestly did not change a whole heck of a lot. Grimstroke is one of the heroes that did get buffed. Not many of those. So we'll see if the Grim Marcy lane is going to be effective. I mean, you could even put the Grimstroke with the Sand King too. Two melee heroes that want some sort of follow-up, and Grimstroke provides exactly that with the Inkswell stun. YG gonna go for something a little bit more simple. This Warlock, so, you know, gives so much lane sustain to a Terrorblade. He can't kill the TB. He's got too much armor and too much healing from the Warlock. So this is gonna be a tough lane already. Securing that, then you go back for the Puck as well. A lot of lockdown for the Marcy and the Sand King. Both, you know, both heroes with those mobility items or abilities that they cannot use while they're in the Dream Coil. Tusk has just been one of those go-to heroes for a long time. I'm happy to see him pop around. So for Ivory, I'm thinking about something that you can use to lock down the Puck, the Tusk, high magic damage to get through that Terrorblade HP as well. It's hard to say what exactly could come out here, because the Quap is banned. That would be one of the things that you'd think about. Maybe you can go back for like a Storm Spirit.
Yeah, Storm comes to mind for me as well. They go for
Dragon
a
Knight for the
solid
counter to the
DK.
block.
Okay.
Yep.
I like
This
DK
is-
with the Inkswell. That's actually a nice combination.
Double Dragon Tail
Double
is
Dragon
really
Tail.
nice.
Also, you have like the rebound follow-up or the rebound initiation in and of itself, so you can delay the blink build. Although I fairly prefer, you know, straight up just blink first and then go for any of your other items personally. But yeah, traditionally it's Mate Slayer, blink, BKB as far as I remember right now. Although I don't know if you build a Mate Slayer against the Puck. I think you do. Yeah. Why not?
I'd be surprised if there was a Mage Slayer this game, honestly. I
Really?
think you're more so worried about the TBs. I would think about a Maelstrom. Even though it doesn't deal extra damage to illusions, the magic damage piercing through all the armor of those illusions and the TB is more than enough value to kill them. So I think the Dragon Knight also, you have a lot of armor against the TB as well, so you can actually survive a lot of the physical damage that he brings to the table. And the tag team combo as well, right? The Tusk amplifying the amount of damage your heroes are doing. Puck, Aghanim Scepter plus tag team is something that nobody thinks about, but it's actually like it actually adds up a lot. It's like an extra 500 physical damage or something like that over the course of the duration. So, a few things to keep an eye out for in the later stages of this game.
Yeah.
Offlaner pickup for YG here. Something to, I think that like an Underlord is what I'm thinking about. Percentage-based HP damage on the Firestorm and AoE route as well to help the Terrorblade keep everybody locked in place. And if you're rooted in the pit plus Dream Coiled, it's pain. You can't go anywhere. You can't do anything. Follow up with obviously the Warlock to throw the soup in there as well. Just more circles is more better. And the global presence as well. You have a Terrorblade on your lineup. Some cheeky plays you can do. Pop the Metamorphosis. Go in the portal, rat out a tower, maybe even a lane of racks, get back to the fight again, and then start a team fight from there. So there are some things that I think the Underlord could really do well for YG here. That would be the first pick that comes to mind for them. Though Mars isn't a terrible idea either.
Yeah, Mars. I do like the Mars. I do like maybe even just a casual Tide. But I liked your Underlord idea best so far. As they pick up the Sven, that means DK mid SK offlane, I believe. If I'm not mistaken.
Yes. Yeah, they picked the DK specifically to lane against the Puck. Puck has a really hard time with that Dragon Knight lane. the Dragon Tail is super annoying to deal with, and Pucks like playing aggressively in the lane as enough as it is already, just because it always gives them the Puckish regen, right? You can always dodge the projectile from the range creep to be able to give yourself a little bit more HP. Oh, I don't think the range creep works, actually. I think it's more so right clicks from your opponents. You can dodge to get some of that too. Oh, Dazzle pickup, actually. Very cool tech here. I would not have expected that, but the Dazzle is off lane, surprisingly enough, and this is after a pretty significant nerf. Now, it used to be that the weave, the minus armor, lasted for about 10 seconds. Now it is only 8, and I also believe the Shadow Wave mana got nerfed, so it costs more to use that Shadow Wave. But I've had some of my quickest games on 7.39 with Dazzle, like 20-minute games consistently. First item Megan have set there, and you just walk at your opponents and kill everybody. It's not even close. Very curious to see how the lane goes as well, because it is going to be Haruna paired up with Grims, and typically you'd want to see a Dazzle 3 against 2 melee heroes. The fact that that's not happening, but Grimstroke nor Sven have a lot of mobility, so they do have a kill lane here with Tusk Dazzle. It's going to be terrifying. You do have Warcry on Haruna, so, you know, a little bit more of that physical damage mitigation, but ultimately, I'm very curious to see how this bottom lane's going to go for YG.
Yeah, I don't prefer usually just leveling up the Warcry on laning stage on the Sven, do you? So...
No. No,
Or-
it pushes the wave out every time you do that.
Yeah, same. Also, like, overall, it's... You gotta hope for that Stormhammer Inkswell combination to do something, and then try and turn onto the Tusk. I think that's your only hope there. But overall, let's hear predictions, Plate. What do you think?
It's gonna come down to this Dazzle. Right now, I'm thinking about what do you have to get on top of Dazzle and kill him, right? Like, you gotta get on top of that Dazzle Novel projection and kill him. If you can't do that, it's gonna be very hard to play fights. I don't see the way they do that.
Yeah, me neither.
So,
it looks
I
a little
think,
rough.
I think actually YG have a better draft. They just have to come out of lanes, and the mid lane is going to be really difficult. Lewis is going to have a completely free time against Young PH here in the mid matchup, and you know, Ivory did lose to YG, I think. Let me take a look at the group stage here.
Well, we do know that the grand finals actually went in the way of Ivory, for sure.
Yeah, yeah. And YG did beat Ivory 2-0 in the group stage, so Ivory have a lot to prove here.
30 seconds to battle.
Smoke up from YG. You know, just trying to assert a little bit more map dominance. Typically, you do see a team smoke up on one side of the rune or the other, and this time YG has to do it in the invading side, but
A little
I
bit
don't
of
think it's going to
a
turn into any kills.
little bit of a technical question while we get to see the 2-on-2 now the bounties. Did we ever get a gift for season 7 for the logos?
Oh, I don't think so. I never saw one.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna display season 6 for today. Oh well.
Yeah. Whoa, it's season 6 all over again, a
season
repeat.
6. Oh, I mean, it could look like a repeat for some, for sure.
Yeah. Skill A and Zarain up in this top lane. They're gonna find Drick.
Oh yeah, good catch with the Stormhammer as Haruna and Grims. They are still fighting for their lives. It is pretty much a 3v3 that is going to look like a Yangon Galacticos double slay here. The power of the Dazzle is showing through.
Skill A dropped that. Skill A was the one that dropped that tree to block Crimson. Are you serious right now?
It looks like
Did
it
he-
worked out. Oh no, Drick.
He
Drick.
dropped it. It was him.
Hold on. London Drick.
It was Skill A that dropped that tree.
You know.
That's such a sick play. I've never seen that before.
Overall, like, tree dropping has become a thing in Asia, especially.
But to have the awareness to drop the tree to block somebody in,
it happens. I've seen it before.
that's insane. That's insane. That's insane, dude. That's wild.
I think the first person I ever saw do it was either Sox or Crit, but I can't attribute who I can put it on to first. But it's happened before. Like, you know, you just throw out the ice shard and just block that person in with the tree, or put the ice shard in a way that you block it in with the person and yourself and the tree. You know.
Yeah.
Already established trees as well. Like, it's insane how much you can do with the ice shard. One of the premier reasons
can
why
already see Sven
pick it.
Can already see the Sven in the top lane having some trouble with this. I mean, the amount of minus armor that's in this lane, the physical damage too, right? We saw the Shadow Wave plus the tag team coming into effect there. That tag team damage is physical, so when every time Dazzle casts the spell, that minus armor comes into play, the tag team does more damage.
Yeah, I mean, overall, combine it with the Shadow Poison, or a Poison Touch,
Yeah.
and just have a good time.
Yeah. Bottom lane is going about as I expected it. Not a whole lot to do. It's just KSH completely free farming, and Lana's always there to back him up with HP, so it's not
You're just
too
waiting.
bad. And of course, mid.
You're just waiting for the aggression, because of course you have your fatal bonds, and then you can just go on the enemy, don't you? And then that's basically your approach. As Lewis's and Young PH's matchup is going pretty much par for the course. You did expect this DK to have a better time early, and then Young PH will start making those rotations sooner rather than later. Rune domination, of course, is the Puck's territory, but I don't think Lewis truly cares with the Worm's Wrath or Worm's Crossing, whatever. Shout out to the BG3 fans out there.
Well, the thing about Lewis in this position is that there's no reason to care. You're straight up unkillable unless there's like at least 2 rotations, but like who's coming over? The Tusk maybe? It's not really worth it. There is kill potential on Zarain if he's alone. The Stormhammer plus the Grimstroke follow-up would be enough to kill him, and they're even going to rotate the Marcy up top as well.
Okay, Scalais coming in with the tag team as well. Snowball dodging the rebound as they make that Shadow Wave turn onto Haruna. They're trying to make the contact onto the Sven. We did talk about the Warcry being a bad level up, but this time it will work out as Scalais blocks in with the shard, but it is a 1v3. The Tusk cannot win. It is a lose for you, my friend. One more snowball just to delay things, but Stormhammer should slowly come off cooldown. It doesn't even need it. 2 finally going in the way of Ivory.
I mean, that was a completely necessary Marcy rotation, and I was about to talk about this too. Sanking Repeater doesn't need anybody in his lane. He's just gonna start being annoying as heck, creep cutting, trying his best to get as much out of the lane as possible. You're not gonna harass the Terrorblade out of the lane, but they do bring over skill lane. Now Repeater's in trouble.
Nah, he's fine. I said he's fine. I lied. He's not fine. One last sandstorm for the road.
He's not fine. Nice. Well, now they know that Zarain's alone, and they still have the Marcy up here.
Oh, Haruna.
Oh my gosh.
Beast slapped by the Shadow Poison and the Weave. Minus armor hurts, bro. Lessons learned as Lewis. Oh, mid. Lewis finally caught. It only took 2 rotations, but he's dead. Okay, at the same time...
I really like how YG are playing these.
This is like a musical chair, but rotation on rotation on rotation. And now it's like a 1v3 up top, which is going to turn into Scalais joining in. Can he do the Ice Shard BS again? Okay, they're going to turn with a Warcry.
Maybe.
Or not. Or yes, okay. Poison Touch onto the Marcy. This is now 6 for 2. 8 kills in 6 minutes. Now, this is not something you see in other regions. This is why we love Southeast Asia.
Middle tower is under attack.
I really like how YG are playing the lanes. They're just they're giving the cores the levels initially. They've got all the levels that they want to on the supports at this point. But what they're doing is they're baiting Ivory into thinking cores are alone in certain lanes, and then just turning around and killing because they have the level advantage. So you try to go bottom to kill TB, you're just gonna rotate the Tusk over, you're gonna rotate the Warlock over, and then he can't die. He's got Snowball Save, he's got Healing Ward, like, there's nothing you can do. Up top, you try to go on the Dazzle, he's just gonna turn around and Poison Touch you and you're friggin' dead. Like, there's nothing you can do about it either.
Oh, they can't go on Lewis again,
And
can
you
they?
can see Zarain.
There's no way they can go on Lewis again. No.
I think there's gonna be too many rotations bottom.
Okay, 2 dire scans going out. They are reading the situation well. Ivory guy trying to go for the Shrine of Wisdom steal with Grims. It is possible. He's gonna let the wave just walk on by. Oh, no! He was was he seen? No, he's just not.
I don't think he was spotted, but I think he just didn't want to risk it.
Yeah, no, don't risk the biscuit. It's not that type of game. You will be punished, for sure. Switch over to net worth leads. No surprises here. Yangon Galacticos already triple leading with the 3 cores. But yeah, we do know that Sven loves to recover. You know, just farm fast and loose. Get that Mask of Madness and Echo Saber online. And then, oh, hold on. Nothel projection.
Up top.
Good catch onto Haruna Skille. There's that block we love to see. Join in with the tag team. The creeps will help. And combined it with the Shadow Weave. Zarain was just sitting under the tower the whole goddamn time.
Dire's top tower is under
Where's the supports?
That's the problem, dude. Like, you can't counterplay, man.
Where's the supports?
Yeah, where's
The
your
supports were
TPs?
mid. As of course they will catch on Drick with the Dream Coil. Good rebound escape, but that's all you can do. Ivory. They're just fumbling this.
Such a high level play from YG to force the rotations in mid. They get the Grimstroke and the Marcy both in mid, and that leaves Harana to dry. That gives Zarain the ability to just push as aggressively as he wants to, and this is just pain up top. You have Skill A up here again. Haruna's oh dude, Haruna's actually dead.
Oh, talk about a snowball. And he just rolls in. Zarain's gonna be happy to take the kill. Rotate KSH over here. Let's take this tower, boys. This is just perfection. I'm just happy.
Yeah. I really like the combination of Dazzle alongside Terrorblade because you have the extra level of save with the shallow grave. A lot of the times what you want to do with TB is you want to get him low. You don't cast any of your stuns, you just get him low and then you start stunning him, but with the Dazzle behind you, you can keep graving him. Keep him alive, keep him above that 0 HP threshold, and then he can Sunder. It's very hard to play around. It's just an added level of difficulty to get through an otherwise impossible carry. And then on top of that, if you're pushing with Demon Steel illusions, you can just walk them up and to like one of the melee heroes on Ivory and then Shadow Wave them for insane damage. So it's just the amount of pressure that YG can put on towers, the amount of sustain they have is going to be a really difficult for the Dire to overcome.
The Black Grimoire already with 5 charges. Don't forget that Warlock, because that Chaotic Offering is definitely going to come into play soon. I have no idea. Like, besides Epicenter turn, like, what do Ivory have in the cards in this game?
Well, you do have... So you have a few things. You have the Epicenter, which is a really nice combination with Grimstroke.
Hold your horses.
You also have...
Hold your horses. Possible catch on the mid lane as Young PH... Oh, he gets the Ethereal Chant off as the Snowball turn is coming through. Drick. Gotta get the Walrus Punch. Gotta get blocked in, bro. Step, bro. You are not going anywhere. Good catch on Drick as they will make the Dream Coil turn around. There's that golem. He drops the rock as well. Lun is ready to rock and roll. It is truly a fatal bonds going out on Lewis as Grims should be next. We'll try and escape with the Inkswell as the catch from Skillway. He's just not giving up. He will happily die under the tower. He doesn't care at all as Grims will happily escape with the Grimstroke, but you're losing your mid tower for this one as well.
The fact that Young PH, he lives on like 20 HP and he doesn't leave. Most people would be like, I have nothing, guys. I have to get out. But he stays. They get the kill on the Marcy, and Zarain pops the Nothal projection from the river up out of the high ground, and that gives the vision for young PH to go in and drop a 2-man Dream Coil. It gets the Dragon Knight killed. It gets the Sand King killed, and just everybody after that, YG have the chase to be able to bring a couple more people down, and Ivory are just getting out tempoed right now, and I think it's going to keep going. When Zarain gets this Aghanim Scepter on the Dazzle, it's going to get like 10 times harder. You have the tag team going on the Tusk, and then each one of those right clicks that you use from the Shadow Wave is going to amplify the amount of damage the tag team gives. It's a right click, right? It's an AoE right click, one of the few things in the game that actually procs the tag team on multiple heroes at once.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
So much going wrong for Ivory at this point, and
Yeah, it's
they
looking
need
downhill.
they need to get blinks, they need to get BKBs, they need to get all these active team fight items, but by the time they get them, they're going to be behind in utility, they're going to be behind in damage. You're going to run it, you're going to see some really bad damage issues for Ivory here in the next 10 minutes, I'd say. And we will be seeing Lewis go for the Mage Slayer. This is despair. This is despair build for sure.
3 towers just instantly gone. Yeah, still queuing up the Mage Slayer. I mean, if he can get to that back line in time with the rebound, there is a possibility. But as I said, besides the Epicenter turnaround, I don't really see a situation where Ivory bring this game back for now. But yeah, if they don't take any
You have a
objectives
lot of AoE
against...
stuns.
Yeah, for sure. But like, overall, the enemy has a lot of disables as well.
Yeah, no, they have disable, they have save, damage, utility.
Getting to the back line,
everything.
getting on top of that Dazzle is kind of key, but how do you get through the back line when there's a Tusk and a Warlock and a, most likely a Puck standing in your way and Dream Coiling your back line? I don't know.
And the other thing too is that KSH is gonna want you to go in and overcommit. He's gonna stand next to the Nothal projection 9 times out of 10. And like if you're a Marcy trying to get on top of him, good luck killing the Nothal projection before KSH kills you. Like, it's just not gonna happen.
And also, like, you know, on the other hand, like, you can just have KSH stand in the background of the, you know, next to the Dazzle and sunder the Dazzle himself and then just get healed by the Warlock and the boys.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. They know exactly where Lewis is.
Good catch onto the DK, just kill par for the course, turn it into a tier 2 pressure as well with the meta. It's a meta Forsosis on the mid lane. But Rapido, trying to get away, Grams. The Ice Shard is not perfect, but, you know, it's more of a statement rather than anything else. Fastest tier 2 I've seen this patch, and it is a young patch for sure. 14 minutes, not even trying to Wisdom round 2, and you're already taking tier 2s.
Yeah, they'll take the bottom tier 2 tower and then go for Roche is what I'm gonna imagine the gameplay is for YG. Get that shrine. Oh, Rapido gets it. And they steal the one on YG side too, so they do get something out of the map.
I don't know if it will grant them XP. They get some closer. Okay. Yeah, interestingly enough, Gaben was absolutely against us in the prediction, most likely due to the Sven and versus TB matchup in pub games, right?
Yeah.
I do find that an interesting stat. Like, every time now I'm looking at the Dota Plus graph, that is just so weird. Half the time I'm like, Gaben? Does Gaben know?
Gaben?
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 You know why we call it the Gaben graph, right?
We do call it the Gaben graph.
Yeah, like, originally...
I don't know why we call it that, though.
OD Pixel was the first one who came up with it. I do believe it was before COVID, right? It was started to be popularized, and then it became, like, available for everyone to spectate. Didn't need Dota Plus anymore for it. You know, like, everyone's just looking at the Gaben graph, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Yeah, end of the history lesson. Young PH throwing out the Dream Coil on to the supports. Drick and Grims are dead. There's truly a grim situation for the Grimstroke. And no mercy for the Marcy. As we are going for tier 2, number 2 up on the top lane. Metamorphosis available in 5. And I don't believe Rapido is going to do anything over here. Other than throw out a Sandstorm.
No, they actually know where he is. Oh.
Okay, break to the right instead of the left. But I don't think they're contesting this tier 2 tower. They could go for a cutoff. A good old Haruna and a Rapido, but yeah, this is desperation mode for sure, as you mentioned. Trying to cut off the lanes, but
I think for Ivory, this is just buying time because again, you have no damage. You have no damage. You're not gonna have damage. There's too much sustain on YG. You don't have burst. So the big question is like, Haruna, what are you gonna do, buddy? Gonna buy a blink and hope that saves you? I mean, you're just gonna blink into the enemy team and die. Personally, I think I just build the BKB. I don't think a blink on this fan is gonna change anything. Let your team go in and then be the follow-up.
yeah, I don't see a situation where you're just clapping on them. Maybe if you'd have like a Darkseer vacuum, that's a different situation, but you have Sanking DK. Yeah. So there's just no person that will gather up the enemy team for you to just go in and blink in and slap. I mean, you might be mistaken, you know, you can still catch a backline, you can still catch a good low HP Sunder TB. We've seen those situations before. And
Dream Coil was used on Grims, actually.
I don't know if that's a 1 minute off time though on YG, because of course there's CO, there's Naughty Projection. I don't think they're gonna step off the gas for sure. For the time being, although they are setting up for kind of a farming Aegis, if I'm seeing this correctly.
I mean, the problem is you've already taken a tier 2. You're probably gonna get another tier 2
yeah,
up
just
top.
Take the top and then control that area, wait for Tormentor, and then rotate bottom, is my guess. You take the Tormentor first, wouldn't you?
I don't think it matters. You kind of have whatever's most convenient for you, to be honest. I feel like pushing towers is more important than Torm. I don't think Ivory are going to sneak it. So, for Ivory, I mean, how do you come back from this position, right? You're down 11 kills at 18 minutes. You're down a whole bunch of money. Nobody's having a good game. You can either smoke up and try to look for a pickoff on a really important target, like they find in mid. A young PH could. No, they didn't. Nope. No, it didn't work.
Nope. Let's puck, dude. Puck magic. Fuck you. Oh, blink forward, young PH.
Fuck you.
He's hunting. He's hunting. No finding though. Not yet. Oh, the smoke up. The aggression. The aggro. You know it's coming. But yeah, no, Drick and Rapido do have good escapes. They do have a rebound save, blah, blah, blah. They should be fine. I don't know what Unleash was used for.
Probably farming, to be honest.
Yeah, at this stage, why not?
Yeah, I mean, you're not gonna... When was the last time Drick was, like, next to somebody and lived for longer than 1 second, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't... Who cares if you have it or not? And yeah, now Zalrain has the second them set they're finished. Incredibly important item for the push of YG. They've got Scotty on Terrorblade as well.
Oh, you cut a wave? Says KSH? No, I'm gonna save a wave and then push the last tier 2. I don't care, I'm TB. This is the TB from the anime show, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I know, dude.
It's truly scary. Yeah, YG are just cooking here. This is their redemption arc from season 6 for sure.
Yep.
As they're looking for Haruna. And I've got bad news for the Sven.
This is bad.
There's a DD puck coming. Okay, good escape, but there is Ethereal Jount. Is he gonna drop it? It is nighttime, so I don't think he certainly sees him. And with the Tormy up
there's a ward on the high ground. I think the ward caught him, but he didn't want to go.
Oh yeah, there was a deep. Observer, but yeah.
Yeah.
The team was rather like, yeah, let's just take Tormentor and have a chill time. All tier 2s are gone. There is still almost 2 minutes left of this Aegis. So it looks like YG won force an interaction on the bottom. Do put young PH as bait on the mid lane. KSH down bottom as well. But Ivory, this is indecisive Dota.
Yeah. You know what item I love on Dazzle? Carry, like core specifically?
Hit me.
Yasha Kaya. You have so many, like...
Explain.
So much animation casting with your nozzle projection on that it amplifies your damage by a lot. And the movement speed is really nice. You're a universal hero as well, so you want the stats. You're casting so many spells, so the mana's nice. It's just such a nice quality of life item to have. I think it really goes a long way. Like, it's a lot more helpful than you think.
Yasha Kaya on any kind of caster just sounds decent. I mean, it started with the SFs, right, in our pubs.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, you know, movement speed, extra armor. Kaya, can't really complain as a caster about Kaya at all. But I'm still a Kaya Sange enjoyer, I'm sorry. Even though it doesn't give you status resistance anymore, I love that item. On a caster.
I find that the Sange part of it doesn't help you that much though.
Yeah,
Oh
it
my
doesn't
goodness.
give you much. But yeah, Dream Coil thrown out onto the high ground as we're rambling. The Aegis will get reclaimed, but KSH doesn't care. Haruna! He's gonna beast slap them with the Stormhammer. There's a little bit of trouble here, but KSH shanding in with the Shadow Word. There's an auto projection Dazzle to mess with. They are gonna go in. They're gonna engage with it. There's that Soulbind Rock for a return, but KSH is gone. Sovereign all alone in the middle of it as Haruna is gonna clap back. Punishment for your overzealous gameplay. As YG, I don't know.
Okay, they dove. They did. They did a little bit of diving.
I've seen airplanes do more graceful dives than that for sure.
Was that a 3-man core Stormhammer from Haruna?
Yep.
Ridiculous.
Both
My
young,
guy.
all young PH and KSH. I think young PH was about to jump out, but then got caught before he could do the ethereal jaunt on time. But yeah, mistakes were made.
That
I hope.
Stormhammer just completely turned the fight around. If Haruna doesn't hit that 3-man Stormhammer, the fight is over, dude. The game is actually over too.
I think he learned from like Arteezy's mistakes, right? You know, the constant farming is just you gotta fight. You know, go home, go back to the base. Legend has it, like Arteezy TI-10 is still farming, by the way. But yeah, Haruna makes the good move of just going home and then B-slapping with that Stormhammer.
The cleave coming into super, just like helping so much. Man, this is I don't think I don't think YG are on the backseat by any stretch of the imagination, but a lot of their lead was just taken away. There's a lot of comeback gold that Ivory just got, and they're also going to get this amplified damage rune as well, even though it is going to get scouted out by the illusions.
Good steal, but they know that now that they're smoked up, so YG will, you know, immediately move west on the map.
Yeah.
As we haven't really talked about itemizations, but a little excursion. Of course, now the XP lead fully going to Ivory with that little turn. As Gaben takes away 15% of the win probability away from the Radiant. That is massive of a turn.
Drake still using his ulti to farm, and Skill A has got to find him.
Let's see it. Attack team, snowball. The attack team is gonna run out of duration as they turn on to the Marcy instead with the attention. They'll leave the DK behind for now as the BKB comes out. Walrus Punch was already used. Thus, the Dragon Knight is not really a prey for you anymore. But they're very confident on YG that they can go onto the high ground once again. Not so sure about that one, but you know, with the BKB done on the Sven.
Yeah, the BKB gone on Dragon Knight.
Let's see those BKBs, but still no blink on Lewis, which is quite concerning. So no true initiation, but they'll try. Haruna going with the Stormhammer onto the Dazzle, but good Northol projection coming out on time. The Dazzle is still alive as KSH looking for the turn. Good with the saves, the Shadow Word helps as Lewis, oh, the camera is just shaking off. Down comes the Rock on time, onto the DK as well as Drick. Good catch on to the Dragon Knight as Haruna tried. Oh, bless him, he tried. But with the skill A buyback, the Tusk continues the aggression as Rupido is stuck behind on everyone. Burrow strike backwards instead of into the enemy. As the Sand King is doing his best to reproc the back door, but it is going to be a dead SK. Buyback is available on the Sand King. As Haruna, right at these Sandstorms, that BKB initiation on to the Dazzle was pretty nice, but overall, painting with this fine art is just not really going to help out Grims. It's a true Picasso that he's throwing out in front of his barracks, but I don't know. I don't think young PH actually liked it.
I don't know what your follow-up is. No BKB is not front of the 25 seconds. Lewis is going to try to commit.
Jumping forward, Inkswell, out comes the Snowball. But with the Inkswell gone, this is looking rough. KSH and Skill A turning it around as the Northol projection is just ready to Shadow Weave everyone who's going to be left behind. Grims with the dieback. No Grimstroke for 65. So yeah. Cut down the size, mid-rack's gone, top rack's is last, as there's only a range rack still remaining on bottom, I wanted to say, but then the creeps kick it in. They're knocking at your door. Haruna with one last try with a God Strength, but a beautiful Manta dodge away from the Stormhammer as Young PH pushes on forward with the Dream Coil. He's just rapid damaging everyone. Epicenter for the turnaround, but Rupido is just not dealing damage. There's just not enough anything in Ivory's stash, as they were not prepared for this one. YG just roll over the previous season champions.
Yeah, that looks a lot like how YG were playing against Ivory in the group stage. That was just a classic Dazzle gameplay coming out from them. And we talked about it in the lane, right? Like that last pick Dazzle, we were like, who goes on Dazzle? Well, Haruna finally figured it out, blinked in on the back line on top of the Dazzle, and it didn't do anything.
I mean,
It didn't kill him.
The attempt was there. I'll still give him that.
Sure.
But, you know, Northol projection can be thrown out once you have that shard. then yeah, like, what do? You do nothing, my friend. You do nothing.
I mean, Dazzle had 14,000 healing in that game, up close to base. Just call it 15. Nobody on Ivory did more than 12.6k damage.
Oh,
And that just tells you
Lord.
exactly how difficult this Dazzle was, not just in terms of the amount of damage he was doing, but also the healing as well.
Yeah, no, Shadow Weave with the Aghanim Scepter is just broken, and plus the Holy Locket, we don't even need to talk about that. But yeah, congratulations to Yangon Galacticos. Half of the revenge is done. They just need to win one more, and then they get to go to the grand finals. Let's see if they can make it through right after this break.
We alive, are we running circles, running around? Break down, chase the light, we're all in but on the go. Running for my life. Feel the light. Running for my life. Head high, we're alone, are we taking all in front of us? Head high, how could we know it was all along on the side? We should read between the lines, now we're on the right way to go. Head high, we're not alone, oh we are not out of luck.
This is Yangon Galacticos versus Team Ivory. Game 2, a TP steal for Team Ivory. Can they find a little more success with this one? Or are they gonna go flat on their faces? I find it interesting that Young PH bans out his own puck,
Radiant
by the way.
team pick.
Monkey King.
What?
Yeah,
What are you picking Monkey King for?
I think they want to style out the enemy at this point. I don't think this is a monkey 1. This is a monkey 2. Like,
10
bring whatever
seconds
you want
remaining.
mid. It's that kind of statement, isn't it?
Mhm.
Oh, they get the dazzle again.
Okay, I don't like the
about to
dazzle
say,
so much at this point.
I was about to say that they still have the dazzle from the last draft, and it is still fine against the
10
TB because
seconds
TB is high armor, but you can reduce that armor.
5 seconds.
It's just
remaining.
what do you pair
Yeah,
it with
it's-
this time? It's the Marcy, right? Marcy 4, Dazzle
I
3.
think so.
Or
I think so.
Dazzle 5?
Radiant team.
Now it's not a Dazzle 5. Ooh, it's definitely not a Dazzle 5. Ooh.
It has to be a Dazzle 5. If you play this as a core Dazzle, you're useless.
I don't know what to
10
do here,
seconds
So
Brandon.
remaining.
The reason why this has to be a support Dazzle,
5 seconds.
maybe not a
remaining.
Dazzle 5, but a support Dazzle, is Storm will always find you and zip on top of you and kill you. That was the problem that Ivory had the last game. And also, Global Silence is one of the, if not the only thing, besides Static Storm, that silences and can affect the Dazzle projection, the Alpha projection. You can Global Silence while Dazzle is ulting and prevent spells from being cast. So that's why they go for the Silence for a pick here as well.
Radiant
You
team.
can also stop Grave from coming out as well. You secure that angle for yourself. Now the Lush is just a counter pick to the Storm lane. YG want to give Young PH that lane matchup where Storm can't really do anything to touch a Lush. To be honest, it's really hard.
Dire team.
The problem with this matchup is Storm wants to go in solo onto single targets that are isolated, that can't really defend themselves. Leshrac not only is very tanky by the nature of the items that they build, but also you pop a Diabolic Edict, and if Storm is the only person
10
eating the Edict,
seconds
he's dead. He gets stunned by anything, and he's dead. So
5 seconds remaining.
it's a really smart pick from IG as well. It's a ton of magical burst damage to go through the Terrorblade. Does have some problems with the Silencer. But it should be fine.
What about
It
the
should be okay.
What about the shard Nothel projection? Explain the mechanic to me. So,
The Shard?
yeah, so the global silence goes out, but I can still Nothel project, right? From that. But if I do Nothel project first and then comes the global silence, then I'm screwed, right? Is it?
Let me look at
Am I getting
Let
this
me
correct?
look at the shard.
Because the shard allows you to do lethal projection while disabled.
Yeah, but it's not while you're silence isn't to disable.
Now, what is silence?
Silence is silence. It's a stun, I believe. Disable means if you're stunned, you can use it.
Okay. Is it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure because if you're Ursa and you have your Aghanim Scepter, you can't use your ulti when you're silenced, but you can use it when you're stunned with the Aghanim Scepter.
Gotcha. Okay.
I assume that the shard works the same way.
Yeah, you're way higher level.
I can
than
also
am. Oh.
I can also Google this. I will Google this because I'm like fairly certain that's the answer, but
I'm more of a draft theory type of guy according to maths, and you know, whatever works according to the pubs should work according to the pros. Kind of like the AUI approach to Dota. Yeah, now comes the Beastmaster ban and the IO. I don't really understand the IO, but the IO Leshrac is a good combination. Still, forcing the Monkey to carry against the TB, that's generally not a matchup the Monkey should win, as the Axe goes through.
Radiant team.
I would have banned the Underlord instead of the Mars, but we shall see. This will work out. As it boils down to what does YG truly want to play. If they want to run at Ivory, Lycan's still in the pool. That's not out of the question in my eyes.
5 seconds remaining.
But with 13 seconds remaining for our semi-last pick here for YG in game number 2, is it gonna be the stomp, or are you gonna get stomped, is the true question. But we'll face off against the TB and have a good time. 2 seconds left on the clock. It's gonna be the Warlock. They're gonna stick with the Dazzle here. On to position 3. I was right. I was right. I'm just messing with you.
I can't find it.
It's fine.
I'm still looking at if the Dazzle can I don't know what it means by the
5 seconds.
It was generally something we could easily test in a demo, but we didn't have time.
Yeah, you could test it. I don't care, dude. I don't care. I don't care enough, bro. Maybe one day.
I don't care. But it's more than likely we'll see it even in action as well, so we can just keep an eye out for it.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm assuming.
But I'm assuming like if
I always assume that I'm right, but.
Yeah, obviously. But I'm assuming that once the Nothal projection's out and then you global silence and the Nothal projection doesn't do anything, then you're kind of screwed. That's what I would generally go for.
Yeah, that's absolutely correct.
But yeah, then it's settled. Like all you are truly waiting for is to see the Nothal projection, then press that R button, and then then truly engage, follow up into the enemy. Because then it boils down to, can YG throw down the rock or disable the storm in time?
20 seconds left for Ivory to get a last pick here. Looking for an offlaner.
It's still saying Underlord. Even into the Monkey, it's good, in my opinion. Oh.
Now select your hero.
It's counter to the Monkey. I get it, but no, I don't like it. It has mobility issues for sure.
So it does two things for you this game actually.
They can still meme.
It's really good in the monkey lane.
Is he going for the playcaster? He's going for the playcaster. You can just put up the wards on top of the Tusk and have him as a mobile turret with the tag team.
Yeah, I don't think that they work on tag team though.
They don't? Oh, come on.
I don't think so. I don't think so. If they did, this would be a combo that we'd see literally every single game, and it would get patched out.
So goated.
I think what we're looking at right now is Ivory trying to figure out a solution to both the Monkey King and all the healing coming out from Yangon Galacticos. So they need anti-heal for Warlock and Dazzle, and that's exactly what the Venomancer provides, which is obviously incredibly important. It's a big issue for them that they don't have any sort of ability to deal with the heal right now outside of stopping their opponents from casting spells. Silencer plus Storm is a great combo, you get to storm into the enemy team and then global silence on top of them, keep them alive, get a kill almost every single time, and get your storm out safely if you're that far ahead. But the problem is,
Can you get
unlike
ahead?
the YG lineup of game 1, this YG lineup doesn't feel as cohesive as the other one, and I'm not as confident in the Dazzle as I was. I mean, I don't think this Dazzle's gonna have a good game.
I'm gonna sit on the YG hype train. I think they're going to the finals. That's my opinion, but you know, overall, I do think the Dazzle core is just better against the TB, but we shall see. Like overall, I think the highest pressure right now is on the Monkey. Keep up a good farm, and I'm really curious what build. Oh, he's going for the Mjolnir. He's going for the Mjolnir.
Yeah.
Mjolnir BKB straight up. No orb of corrosion.
There's a good friend of mine. Plays a lot of Monkey King. A lot of Monkey King. And the build that he goes for against Illusion Heroes is Eggs Radiance. So you always have the Radiance burn. And the fact that the Radiance burn is AoE for off the Aghanim Scepter gives you stats that you wouldn't get from the Rad. It's very greedy to go for this build, obviously, but it could work this game. You're going to be moving around a lot, so you do kind of want those illusions to be able to follow you wherever you go.
Okay.
And they help you kill the Storm, too. If the Storm stuns you, it doesn't matter. You have a way to fight back.
40-second versus 30-second smoke plays over here
Terrorblade.
as Haruna gets caught. The blood grenade connects as well. I do believe Haruna is dead over here. I did like Grimm's trying to get the deny on Haruna, but it just accelerated his death instead. One way or the other. First blood for YG. Down bottom, we have a little bit of Ice Shard blockage Shenane coming out from Drick. As this will push the wave fully into KSH. This could be the good move from Ivory.
Big problem is you have no kill threat on the Monkey King because he has a Warlock behind him. So you pick the Venomancer to win this lane, but you're landing into a Warlock, and Shadow Word just negates all the damage you'd ever do to the Monkey. So it's like, who cares?
In the early levels.
I mean, even later on, a level 2 healing word does a lot.
I mean, the Gale. I think the Gale together with the aggro could work, but we'll see. I'll still give him the benefit of the doubt. Move on to Lund instead, a little. Vito's just throwing out bananas over here for the Monkey to jump on. I do find that ironic.
Yeah.
It could be just a mental factor, right? He just wanted to throw bananas on the Monkey.
You know what? That's definitely it.
Yeah,
You gotta entice your
games,
enemies.
Mind games.
Sun Tzu, the Art of War, taught me that if you feed your enemy bananas, it's gonna work.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Up top is, again, Grimm's. Oh!
Denied! Haruna. It's not gonna let him have it so easily. You know, they're learning, they're adapting. They're denying each other now. I mean,
Hey, listen, we have to kill each other before opponents kill us.
yeah.
Take my pleas.
Is that like some kind of tragic, you know, Hallmark war movie where it's like, I love you so much, I'll kill myself before the enemy kills us. Kills each other.
Romeo and Juliet type
Oh
stuff.
god,
This,
exactly.
this right now,
This is not even Dota anymore. This is like sappy comedy as Lewis is just getting burned to death under his own tower. The Diabolic Edict has spoken.
Yeah. Yeah, I did mention this earlier. Storm is not like Leshrac at all, in the slightest.
I'm curious if Young PH will go for the Euro Disco Goat build.
Dire's middle tower.
Hold on, Haruna. in a little bit of trouble. There's a dispose to be used, but it looks like Skille is just not going to commit to
He's
it.
dead.
Yeah.
He's not dead. He's fine.
Yeah. Is he, though?
He's fine.
Oh, no. I was really thinking that Zorain is going to go down to the bottom and just try and get the angle with the Shadow Word.
Grims is dead, though.
Grim should be dead. Denied. Denied.
Oh,
It bounces!
oh, no!
It bounces! Okay, he got the denial, but is he gonna live? Is he gonna live? Oh, he's so close! Alright, he commits. He denies himself with the conjure image! What a play! You get nothing! Good day, sir! Oh, Trick! Block him in! Get the hell out of here. Yes, you do have another level with the Shadow Grave, but are you gonna survive this? Grims. He's just here for the XP. He doesn't get the kill. He lets the creep get it. But what a play from Haruna.
I didn't even know you could deny yourself evolutions, man. The more you know. Holy smokes.
I mean, it's a unit you control, so. But holy hell, that's
Wow.
some next level carry thinking right there.
All structures are fortified.
You know, if I can't have the kill, no one can. Young PH doing disco goat things as is usual for the Lishrak versus the Storm. We do know this matchup. We've seen it 100 times before in 739. So yeah, the Euro build is just, you know, a Road of Atos into the Storm. Just basically forcing them to get BKB fast and lose sub 20. It's a great item for us and really annoying for the Storm Spirit. I would love for him to actually go for it, but we'll see. Like, you know, what he ends up with at the end of the day.
Really like the aggressiveness of the game so far from both teams. I think Ivory, if they want to come back, they gotta, you know, play a little bit more non-traditional than they were in game one.
Oh,
game one, they kind of
PH.
just got rolled over. Oh no.
They're done with these denies. Separate the two. Kill them one by one as Grims goes down first. They're gonna let Haruna live for now. No mercy gameplay coming out from YG. As they want to go to the grand finals and they want to win it this time. They look hungry, I'm not gonna lie.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Mid.
Well, mid with the approach. Onto the goat they go once again. He's still not gonna go down without a fight. But the double support rotation finally comes in favor of Lewis for the first time in 2 games. The bottom rotation. Fatal Bond is out. Lun. He is setting up a death on the Venomancer Enhancer. It's an easy kill for the Warlock. Claimed, I should say. Once again, mid lane. The goat is coming back. Yeah, as Young PH throws out the Observer Ward, it's instantly just, you know, free gold given over to Lewis.
Yep.
Shrine of Wisdoms are activated. It looks like YG wants to steal the enemies this time. Because they did lose the double last time around as Lun. Oh, what a nice cut to the trees. Warlock seeming to survive. Skille's hanging out here. But yeah, as out come the Plague Wards. It's a good sit. They don't want to engage with it. They'll let it go this time as the Ice Shard blocks in KSH. But, yep, it's an easy dispose save of your carry. As Lun.
Lewis is gonna pick up Lun, dude. This is so much time.
Wasted. Well, yeah, space created. You know, you're just buying time so that Zavrain and KSH can get back onto the farming train over here. Yeah, deja vu. We've been in this place before. It's just we had the TB in the first place. But this time we have a Lishrak leading the charts.
Big problem again for Ivory just seems to be the lanes. Not figuring things out. They're down again in the after the landing stage, but I feel like they have better comeback potential this game. You have Venomancer, can just go in the jungle and farm up as much as they want. You have Tusk that can keep going and get things done.
Setups and saves as a little bit of dispose from Skille, but the blockage comes through from Drick. It certainly feels like that they can do more plays in this one. And I think those 4 denies? Was it 3 denies? I think it was 3 denies, right? Overall, definitely help out for YG not... Like, it could be 10-5 right now with a 2k net worth lead in favor of the Radiant, but... And a little bit of stoppage power, like a little bit. Every little bit counts in the Lightning stage, doesn't it?
Yes.
As out comes the Wukong's command, down onto the bottom lane. Rapido in trouble. Drake trying to delay it, but out comes the rotation from the Dazzle. Huge shallow grave save as KSH survives on the onslaught. All the wards, everything. You get nothing from this bottom lane. Rims, Rapido. In that rotation on the bottom. They want to put that pressure on KSH as much as possible. Don't have much time to do it though, but there's no Wukong's command, so moving on to the monkey. Seems like the right idea, but Skille is already here for the cutoff.
Aruna's trying to get that Yasha up now. He's got the Falcon Blade, so it'll be a little bit harder to kill him.
A little bit of extra HP, a little bit of mana regen, can't complain. Lewis, straight Kaya for now. As of course Young PH also going for the Kaya himself. Invis Rune doesn't really help much here, as YG capitalizing on their lead. They get to 2k under 10 minutes. The net worth lead so far. Yeah, Haruna. I think it's more impossible that the TV will catch up to the monkey, if not just straight up outlast him as well.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Dazzle having a good game again. Despite all of my concerns, still worried about Dazzle's impact in the mid game. But shutting down the Storm is a really good way of making sure that Dazzle's going to be fine.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
It's one of those instances where you doing something good for your, for yourself is also doing something good for your team. The Leshrac. Winning the lane, obviously very good for the Lesh. You get a couple of kills, you get more gold, more experience, but it also means that the Storm Spirit, who's the #1 answer to this Dazzle, won't be able to make those really ballsy plays. Won't have the Galvanize stacks to be able to commit as hard. Does have 6, so it's not terrible, but you know, every time you die, you're gonna keep losing it, so.
One keeping it up for now. He still only has 2 charges on this Black Grimoire, opposite of what we had in the previous game.
Yeah.
Consumed it at like 7 charges, but not much action on the bottom lane.
He can't pop it now to get level 6 either. It's not.
No.
It's not enough XP.
I don't think you pop it under 4 or 5 charges. It's just not worth it. Nice.
Yeah.
Well, Lewis once again committing. Oh, nice reaction with the rebound, I'm not gonna lie. As yeah, Skille does manage to steal the regen rune right in front of their eyes. That would have been a possible turnaround. I'm not for sure. Because we know regen runes and Storm Spirit mix really, really well. SH very, very careful with his laning presence on the monkey. But it is understandable. There's a Tusk, you know, out to get you, so.
Rue. Snowball Man.
Oh, he's standing by. He wants it so bad. I do absolutely understand it as Young PH coming into rotation with the smoke. Rapido. It breaks. Yeah, there should be action in the mid instead as they move on to Skille as soon as they see the rotation from the GOAT. Yeah, just casual position 4 kill is all Ivory get. A little bit of revenge against the regenerating steel. Is when did the game get this quiet? Like, I don't think we shut up at all in game number 1, but now we're just, you know, silence. Hush through the crowd.
Dire's middle tower is under
Hush.
attack.
Okay. Let's break it down real quick, Dodai. It's very simple.
Hit me.
Radiant's
Dazzle,
bottom tower
good
is
game,
under attack.
having fun.
Okay. KSH
Monkey?
fun-ish.
Kind of fun. It's like not super. He hasn't done anything. He hasn't.
That's why I said ish. Like, I
He
mean,
hasn't
zero,
done anything, dude.
0 deaths, 3 assists. You're happy. Ooh, steal. Grims with the steal. Okay. A little bit of excitement. That XP lead could help.
Radiant structures.
We do have global silence now. Metamorphosis pressure on the mid. Okay, so what about Lesh? Lesh is really having fun, right?
Lesh is super happy. He's having so much fun right now.
Yeah, okay. Out comes the Northwell projection. A massive amount of imps are pushing down on the mid. Ready to just explode on anything they touch, but what a farm from Haruna. That is 12 gold in your bag. You're welcome, sir. As a nice little dive in from Lewis and Drick. They know that the global silence is a threat, and YG respect it. First tower for Ivory. Basically in this whole series, if I remember correctly. Actually, second one, because they did take out tier 1 on the bottom.
I mean, pushing a tier 2 tower might be too much. Now the score is 6-9, nice.
Scanning.
If you flip the number around, but you know, I will for the meme. They find Lesh.
Good catch on young PH. I did miss that one. But that was weird. I don't know what young PH was doing there. I really thought that normal rotation for YG here would be, you know, pushing down bottom. And trying to just go for like a split push of death. Because then you can have like an approach onto the TB. But right now they're just trying to run onto Haruna under his own tier 2. Which feels just a tad bit awkward, I'm not gonna lie.
I really do not like how YG have been playing this post landing stage. Now that the lanes are over, we haven't seen YG really do anything. And you're not just gonna, you're never gonna outfarm a TB, right? So how do you outplay a TB then if you can't outfarm him? Well, you have to kill his team. You have to make it so TB comes before he's ready to. And you got to get rid of the map so that either the TB is farming or his team is farming, and it's never both.
Hold on.
And neither of that is happening. You can see
Bye, Lun.
Ivory well on the other side of the map looking for pickoffs. They're going to find Lun here.
Bye, Lun.
This is playing right into the
Oh, the
hands of
neutral creep is
exactly what
helping.
they wanted to get
Neutral
going.
creep is not helping
They
enough.
finally do it.
I thought the neutral creep will help and save him.
Yep. Yep.
I mean,
But
kudos
the
to-
thing is, like, again, it's just about the fact that Ivory are getting farm completely separately of the TB. And Haran is farming in one of the safest places on the map. Put the ward down even so you could see any shenanigans.
18 minutes in, we have 17 kills on the board. Is this even Southeast Asian Dota? Like, hello? We usually are like, and the net kill count, we're usually like 3 or 4 ahead of the minute count. This doesn't feel like C Dota.
No. And to be honest with you, it's very weird. Zarain
Is gonna die. As
is
out
in
comes
trouble.
the dive, good with the pull, global silence, you get nothing, Mr. Dazzle Boy. Easiest kill of his life. As Ivory will even up the scoreboard. Who's gonna get first 10 kills on the board? Speculations on the rise. That should be
First to
fun.
10, that's a thing, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure.
So we'll see.
But no, it really feels weird. I absolutely agree with your sentiment. The way YG are playing this is very passive, very nonchalant. But as Young PH is avoiding the Road of Atos build as well, I'm quite concerned that the GOAT is going to be the next one to die. As out comes the slide, good with the catch. Arcane Curse him just in case. Easiest kill on the GOAT as well. And yeah, you're supposed to kill the team, but what happens when the team is just coming at you?
Well, this is an opportunity for YG to group up as 5 and take a fight. If at any point they do that, where they take a 5 as 5, it'll be 5v4. They'll be able to outnumber their opponents and probably outplay them. But again,
Radiant's bottom tower is
they're
under
just
attack.
trying to... The problem is from an individual standpoint, like you think about your individual psyche, there's a TB on the enemy team, so I have to farm a little bit more aggressively. I have to be a little bit greedier because otherwise I'm going to get outscaled by this TB. So you're kind of griefing your team a little bit by pushing yourself away, by taking solo areas of the map and farming.
Radiant's bottom tower
But
is
you
under
can't be
attack.
this passive until you get BKB. This feels
Yeah.
wrong. This feels really wrong to me. Well, yeah, maybe it's just our Western Dota mentality, right? You coming from America's, me coming from the European side of things. Like, here you make the smoke rotations with the Dazzle. You jump onto the Silencer no matter the cost. But maybe just, you know, the Venomancer on top of that is just really, really delaying this move for them. Because they're just scared of
Avena's
the
a
global.
very, like, area-heavy control.
Exactly, but they're just
Hero, right?
they're just getting too many areas. This should be punished for sure by YG. It's
Yes.
just maybe they're not seeing the approach in a fight as to how, right? So if you jump onto the Venomancer first, then comes the Storm. If you're hunting for the Storm is never going to be there. If you hunt for the Silencer, then you know the Tusk will react to you, and vice versa. So I get it, but you can't be this passive. This is just way too passive for me. They will try to go onto the Tormentor, which is generally a nice item turn.
Radiant's
But they're going to give up a rush for it.
attack. Dire are scanning.
And Repeater's gotten to the point now with that Hurricane Pike that
Roshan has fallen.
sticking on top of him is going to be hard. The range... YG are very weird. The thing is, like, Monkey King wants to be close to you at all times, get those Jingu Mastery stacks and then kill you again. Leshrac wants to be as close to you as possible, just run in the middle of the whole team and pop the Bloodstone.
Are scanning.
Even Dazzle, to a certain extent, with the Knothful projection, wants to be close to you. But with these Hurricane Pikes that are coming out, they've got a Hurricane Pike on a Haruna, Hurricane Pike on Rapido. Lewis can always just get away, and Silencer also has a Force Staff. All these mobility items make it so that YG can't actually stick on top of their opponent. There's going to be at least 2 Force Staffs coming out to protect whoever they go on. It's very awkward gameplay, actually, to figure out who's going on who, what's happening what, where is where, why is why, Rapido.
Okay, hold on. Good jump onto the Venomancer as out comes the Wukong's command. Easy take, question mark, onto the Venomancer, but he slows Gale. There's a lot of people here. Global Silence does come out. Post BKB on the Monkey, though, as KSH. It doesn't seem like they're truly in trouble. Out goes the Shallow Grave and a
the
good
damage.
turn. Lun will survive the fight as out comes the Chaotic Golem. Nice offering there. As, of course, all these disables will secure the kill onto Lewis. I think that Global Silence is just a tad bit early coming out from Ivory. As Aegis gets burned, the Storm is dead, and they can now just move on to the Silencer. They wait for Ivory to make the mistake of overextending, and then they will start punishing hard.
It wasn't Ivory that overextended. It was the Storm Spirit. Lewis just going a little bit too hard. He had the Aegis. He felt like his team could make the play, but this ramp in particular, I want to talk about it a little bit. Not only do you have to go up one set of high ground, you have to go up 2 high grounds. So you come in from the river, you have to try to walk up, and you have no vision on the high ground to begin with, and then you have to walk up another high ground. There's just no way you're gonna take a fight and win. Like, it's so free. YG weren't even doing anything. They were just sitting at the top of the ramp waiting for someone to come along, and once they did, they turned around. They knew that nothing was gonna happen to them.
Yeah, they saw a lot at low HP, and he just wanted to go, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, for Storm, it's not about his HP, it's about his mana. He had Aegis, alright? So he had 2 mana pools worth of resources, but he couldn't get it off in time.
How do you follow up as skill A? Just fighting into the enemy. This is basically death on the Marcy, but, you know, A for effort. I mean, F for effort?
Nice play.
F for effort.
E for effort.
E for effort? E for effort. Is E even a grade in the Americas? I don't think so. I think there's A, B, C, D,
no,
and F.
it goes DF.
Yeah.
It goes DF.
I think that just confuses people in terms of their ABCs.
I don't know why they skipped E, actually. I feel like the people that did that didn't know their alphabet very well.
Yeah, it just goes to show you, you know, where people who are stupid teach. I mean, but the people who are even dumber cast, so, you know. Like, me, for sure. Not you.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
I mean, you play way more than I do, so, like, nah, come on.
I haven't played in 2 months, man.
Oh, hell no. Drick, with a catch onto the Baz, and auto projection coming out for the save, as a rebound will ensure that there's not going to be any problems for Zavrain.
Yep.
I'm actually surprised. I played 3 ranked games in the last 2 days. Actually won all 3 of them. I'm scared to queue now.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, literally. Young PH. Gonna get caught out with the Walrus Punch, but Drake is keeping his distance. Haruna with a reflection. They want to engage with the Leshrac. Bloodstone will be committed, but the damage is just too much to handle. Rupido, he's just melting them. SKSH looking for the turnaround with a counter cover. Beautiful Fatal Bonds with the Rock. They just drop it on to 3. Lewis, once again, wrong target choice. Goodbye. Global silence for what? Oh yeah, YG, they're just doing it. They will sacrifice a tier 2 for this play, and a Leshrac, but they'll get 3 for 1, just like you get in Costco.
It wasn't just the fact that it was the Fatal Bonds. The Wukong's command on top of it, it just... Then the Rock following it, you have Zarain pumping in damage. An incredible performance coming out from YG there to turn that fight around and continue going, so...
No, I think the global silence definitely came out extremely late there, but... Also, like, Ivory just got way too confident after killing young PH. But they're like, yeah, we just killed the Leshrac, let's just keep going. It's like, oh no! Pfft. No, orangutan kiss.
So YG back up again. They figure it out. They get the team fight. They know what they have to do. KSH with the Mjolnir now, so the damage is even going to be more, you know, more overwhelming.
Of course, it doesn't do the bonus damages to illusions, but still, it's chain lightning. So.
Yeah, yeah. The chain lightning is more than enough to deal with the illusions there for sure.
I think the illusion nerf is definitely gonna be the biggest question in this meta, in my mind, is PL a thing? Is PL gonna be a thing in TI?
No.
I hope so though. Like, remember the
too many
TIs?
problems.
Remember the TIs where PL was a thing? Those were so good. The Miracle Run, then, you know, Anna playing the PL in game number 4. Yep. Oh yeah, please.
As a
Yatoro PL in the grand final, please.
he would do it. I feel like he's like one of the few people that would, but PL is my most played hero. I think there's too many problems with it. The Again set their change just really put a dent in his armor, and the Diffusal Blade is keeps getting nerfed. Monkey?
Monkey. Global Silence as well. KSH is I don't think he's in trouble. He's dead. Straight up. As Lunch should be next. Young PH, he's just gonna skedaddle out of here
Radiant's top tower is
before
under
he
attack.
troubles himself. And this is precisely why YG were extremely passive from minute 10 to minute 22, I guess. But Young PH committing on to Grims. Get the silencer. Jump him first. Let's see the follow-up. Young PH keeping it on the run. Arcaker's living on top of him. He does have the Bloodstone to activate. Let's try and get the hell out of here. Rebound for the save. Not gonna get Ice Shard stuck here, bro.
He also has had the shield ring, so very difficult to kill him.
Tanky boy.
I think Haruna spent a little bit too much time farming. Like a really big skill cap for carries is figuring out what fights to join and what fights to ignore. Haruna has not selected those wisely. To be fair, his team has kind of thrown a couple of them.
Radiant
But it's
are
okay.
scanning.
That's a crazy timeout, dude.
Oh, that's a good timeout, dude.
604,000 seconds?
Yeah, that's a week. Right there, Grims. Easy turn to the silencer. This is what we wanted to see. Find the silencer, kill the silencer, keep rotating on the map. This is what YG have to do. Ishi's the way.
Oh, it is a week.
Dire's middle tower is under
Never
attack.
mind, you're right. I was like, what?
Oh, I have a
That
lot.
seems
I have
insane.
a lot of a lot of experience with modding. I'm not gonna lie.
I was like, bro, you just banned this guy for eternity. Why didn't you just permaban him? What's the problem with you?
Nah, just a week, and then he can come back for his next season.
Radiant structures.
I mean, if you're constantly S-talking like a player, like personally targeting one person, get out of here.
True. True.
Dire's middle
True.
tower is under attack.
But yeah, tier 2 number 1 for YG will be the mid lane. Will be taken, as this is exactly what I wanted to see from YG. Look for the silencer, kill the silencer, keep rotating on the map. Look for silencer, kill silencer, keep rotating on the map. You don't want to fight into the Veno, I absolutely understand that, but Grims is definitely a free target as long as he's not next to the Tusk and the Venomancer.
Dire are scanning.
Is Roshan number 2 approached by YG? Now seems a little bit greedy, but Ivory could punish it with objectives. Ivory could also punish it by approaching into it. But I do love them, you know, just wave shoving for now, as the Aegis will be
They're
claimed,
not gonna get here in time.
but they could still chase. They will try.
They want to. KSH is in the pit, and they have vision of
He
him.
has a DD as well. Global Silence coming out. Over to play as Zareel is having a little bit of time with living alive here, but the auto projection is out as they turn onto Haruna. Easy destroy onto the TB. Rock thrown out as well. Lund in trouble. Will get stuck inside here as they say goodbye to the Dazzle and the Warlock. But Rupido and Grims are just not safe. Arcane Curse might come out, but Skillet and KSH have more than the sustain for this one. As by some miracle, Lewis makes it out with the ball lightning. But Young PH is ready. If he goes for the catch, good with the blink forward, but doesn't really find the angle for the lightning storm. We'll let go of Lewis for now. But a 3-4-2 exchange plus the Aegis, YG are happy.
Yeah, it's such an awkward team fight because KSH basically has to fight all of these team fights alone. He doesn't have a team with him. His whole team's identity is setting up around the Storm Spirit and helping Storm get on top of the backline. Tusk was right there next to him. Even Silencer, very deep, very committed to helping. And the team fight evolved outside of the pit to the upper end of the high ground. But guess what? That high ground is 2 levels above the river once again. And they had no vision up there once again. So they're not going to win that team fight once again. It really just comes down to the fact that Ivory are forced to take fights into YG, and YG are picking terrain that is very difficult to play into. Just the layers in which they're toppling over each other and forcing Ivory to overcommit time and time again. Just letting them use the sustain that they have with the Leshrac, with the Warlock, with the Jingu Mastery stacks, it seems like it's a little bit too much for Ivory to handle. Ivory don't want these long, drawn-out team fights. They want to go in, pick a target, burst them down, go to the next target, and keep doing that over and over again. And Lewis doesn't have the mana to get through all of it right yet.
Yeah, I don't think they can make domino fights happen. It just doesn't seem like they can approach the Dazzle. Like, okay, in previous fight they get Dazzle into Warlock, but they lose half the team for it.
Yeah.
And they want to keep their numbers advantage in these fights, especially when they're playing with a TB. They are pressuring objectives in return for the Aegis push of YG, so they are going to get the tier 2 exchange here at least, as Lewis approaches high ground at minute 34, but it's the same for KSH. It might be a tier 3 exchange here if they don't return.
Oh,
As mid lane, Haruna.
two people TP back.
Okay, it looks like Lewis and Haruna will finally disengage from the high ground, but so will KSH. And I must say, the Monkey did a little bit more work than the TB and the Storm. But yeah, YG, give in. They will say uncle. They will return to their lanes. Push it out.
I think actually Ivory won that exchange. The tier 3 tower in mid is less than 750 HP, and the tier 3 tower bottom also took a lot of damage, but it's only one tower that got pressured by YG, so
That's
yeah, really
all.
nice play from Ivory.
You need just one tower. You need that little inn, you know, like it's just like, you know, when you're trying to enter your sibling's doorstep and just open it up a crack. Let me just put my foot in the door.
It's like, hey, get out of my room. I'm not in your room.
I'm not in your room. I'm not in your room.
I'm not in your room.
I'm not in your room.
I'm not in your room.
To be fair, that's not what I used to play. I always did the... Yeah, I have my hand in your room. What you gonna do about it?
Oh no, I still annoy my younger sibling. We were at an appointment one time, and my mother had to separate us. I'm 27 and they're 25. It's ridiculous. I'll never grow up, dude. I'll never. I'll always
it'll
annoy them.
come. Like once the move outs happen, and then people get their separate families. I think that's when, you know, it truly evolves into.
No, I'm gonna annoy them still. I don't care.
Oh,
I don't care, dude.
Okay, no, don't get me wrong. I still annoy my older sister. There's just no way I'm not going to. But like, I usually annoy her in a less, you know, like, nuisance way.
Yeah.
But yeah, you'll get it for sure. As tier 3 approached one more time, Aegis is still alive for 10 seconds. We gotta get that monkey out. No more monkey business. Saruno going for the last tier 2 tower up on the top lane. Needs to TP out of here before things get ugly, but is looking to get that tower for sure. Double catapult doing the work along with the Conjure images. As YG, they're not overstaying their welcome. They're really smart about these approaches, but can they come back to the high ground without the Aegis?
It'll be hard. The thing about Aegis in this particular matchup for both teams, there's a lot of all-in spells that you need to commit. YG have Wukong's command plus the Rock and Novel projection, and for Ivory they have Zip In, which is like half of your mana, a quarter of your mana. Then you have Global Silence, Noxious Plague as well from the Venom. So there's like a lot of spells that you just want to use once, fire and forget.
What do you think of Septic Shock for the Septic Shock upgrade? Hold on. Global Silence? Global Silence? Global Silence? Not doing anything, because you got a Lotus on the Marcy. Bye. You also have actually double Lotuses on YG. We didn't talk about that yet. There's one on Skillet, there's one on Zarain. Gonna get a third one on Lund, that would be funny. There's no fire soon coming on KSH. And it looks like young PH is just looking to finish off the Shiva's Guard. Very old, very traditional build on the Leshrac. Yeah. It's reminiscent more of 738, 737. Let's see. Lun has the poop soup upgrade. I find it calling Warlock's third spell upheaval very, very boring. Calling it poop soup is just way more fun. And it does literally look like a poop soup.
Sure does.
I will
I don't want to think about that.
I will die on this hill. I will die on this hill for sure.
You can if you want to. It's your hill. It's
No, it's Sir Action Slax's hill, and he built it, and I will stand on top of it. A poop soup. But he's not committing to it, so like, he's not using the imps to spy out just yet. Maybe he wants to use the upheaval rather. Yeah, he does have attack speed on it, so it's going to be used for aggression here. Here comes the Arcane Curse, Fortification, Forced Out. YG very, very surgical with their play here as Haruna. They're just ratting the crap out of the Radiant base. Still no tier 3.
Yeah, this is the way.
But they're very careful. I find this really interesting. Neither team has a tier 3 tower taken just yet. We're at minute 40. But if this is the type of Dota you play, then where's your Treant Protector? Besides the hero being dead on lane and everything else, but it would really help you.
where's your tree at, dude?
Where's your tower healer? Hello?
Skillway?
He's fine.
I don't think they saw Haruna.
He's fine.
Dire are scanning.
It's nighttime, so it's acceptable that people are, just walking by each other. But holy hell, look at this mini-map. This is insane. Shove this wave, push, shove that wave. You go here, go there. Conjurmage left behind, as it looks like.
Actually, there's no TB. Okay, no, he's finally come into play.
Come on, meet up. Okay. Outpost taken. Where Lewis is just gonna ball lightning into the triangle, but no engagement whatsoever. I think it's Roche or Blink or something's gonna happen. Tensions are really, really tight right now on this map.
Oh, they find Lesh.
Good catch onto young PH, but is it going to be a kill? Out comes the Bloodstone turnaround with the BKB as he's looking to sustain over here with the splitter, but Haruna has too much right lick to give. He will take the Tusk with him to death, but at the same time, Lewis will want to continue the engagement. Onto Zavrain he goes. A little bit of Ghost Scepter action coming out as they will want to commit another smoke for this. Zavrain sticking around, but breaks the smoke, so of course Ivory are going to do the smart thing and back off, refarm themselves. This was a really good exchange. A really needed exchange for Ivory.
Repeato's in trouble, though.
Good turn on to the Venomancer Enhancer. BKB committed from the Veno as Lewis comes in with the Aghanim Scepter Vortex. Pulls in 2, but still can't really save the Veno. It looks like Roshan is up. And YG might just commit to it as Haruna once again setting up, this time on the top lane. You might be able to take Roshan, but I'm taking a tower.
Yeah, this is a very topsy-turvy game. You feel like it's super. It feels close, right? Like you're thinking to yourself, "Wow, YG and Ivory super close." But it's one of those close games where both teams can kill each other very easily. It's not a the zip in.
Lewis, a little bit of pull, but of course, the Lotus helps.
You gotta
protect
commit,
you from future catches. Out comes the Wukong's command, but do you want to commit into this? As of course, KSH picking up the Aegis and the Refresher Shard. He is ready to go. He's ready to burst Nullfire onto the Tusk. As Lotus comes out a little bit too late. Snowball will be returned back to sender. The Drake is just disengaging. Young PH in the meantime cuts off Grims on the back line. Something we missed out on, but even with the Obsidian staff, they're not going anywhere. Snowball returned as Drake is under vision due to the Snowball. They'll find him and kill him.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Executed at the
He
same
bought
time.
a lot of time.
Maybe for
That was a really slick
Haruna
play.
to get up to that high ground. There's a half HP on that top tier 3.
Dude, all these tier 3 towers are super low. Harun is just where's your Demon Zeal?
Dire's bottom
He doesn't have shard.
Harun Metamorphosis as well.
Okay, he's fully committing to the base race. They are losing their bottom lane, but they are taking top. The yin-yang rotation coming out from both teams as Rapido just dies over here. Drake bought back for the fight,
has fallen.
but without the Venom answer, is this even worth it? There's one more buyback on the silencer, but he's back in 6 seconds.
It's super weird. They're
they
just gonna go
outlast
for the
her?
base race. They're going
Yeah.
for tier 4s.
KSH going for the tier 4 as Haruna, he is cleaning the enemy base. Tier 3, number 3 gone.
Tower has
He
fallen.
does have a little bit of pressure as he will go for the base race himself. The Metamorphosis is not going to
Massive
last for
hole.
long as KSH is getting low. Shallow Grave onto the Monkey King as
They're TPing back now.
Skelly is TPing back here. He does not want to let this Rat Dota play out. Haruna, he could be in trouble. He can still take the kill onto the Marcy. As out comes the Global Silence. They're kicking them back. YG, your base is being ripped apart by the solo TB.
Yeah, Lewis is killing in the base now.
He could get more, but young PH back on the front lines. One tier 4 gone for both sides, by the way. As Haruna
Radiant's top barracks.
actually makes it home.
Radiant's
YG just got
are under attack.
completely outplayed, and Lewis is going for more.
Good catch onto
Oh, they got
Zarrain
stuck.
as Lewis. He cannot stick around. He does not have the BKB anymore, but if Grims and Haruna keep this up, this could be good. Haruna committing onto young PH. Drick doesn't really want to help. BKB coming out from the Leshrac. But yeah, with the Bloodstone up as well, it's just really, really hard to commit onto the Disco Goat. I do believe YG, they're slowly realizing that they overstayed their welcome. Young PH is gone, as Haruna might be hexed, might be poisoned a little, but with the Sunder, will save himself. Zavrain and Young PH are
They're
gone,
buying back.
along
They
with
have the
Lund.
outpost to TP to.
KSH looking to fight in here. BKB committed for this one, but with the snowball save away, Haruna
KSH
is
is
out.
dead.
Refresher will be committed by the Monkey King. That does mean another Wukong, a BKB. KSH
Nobody on YG has buys anymore. This is all in.
looking to commit. Lewis looking extremely low. Onto young PH they go, as the Shallow Grave will keep the Leshrac safe. Haruna gotta go down for 100. Does have buyback though. Snowball save onto Lewis. They will actually save the storm here, but they do have the TB buyback.
Ivory might have just clutched it out, don't I? YG don't have any buys left.
This is
they
so
have one buy on
close.
KSH. Oh my goodness. YG just got out. This was a dismantling of the last like 5 to 10 minutes of this game. Ivory picking and pulling YG apart. Nobody from YG could TP back. They just kept getting stunned, kept getting pulled back, and I mean, Haruna was just in their base, killed all 3 tier 3 towers, got 2 lanes of racks basically. I mean, the range racks is almost dead in the middle, and that was when KSH had the Aegis. So YG just got. And now they don't have any buys.
Another
they thought they were
catch
gonna
onto the
win.
Marcy. 2 buybacks so far.
Oh,
Can
they
they get
caught
more?
one too. He's out with the blank.
60 gruesome seconds without the Leshrac, but I do believe you are right. Ivory, it's looking good for the 1-1. It was a
They're
rough
gonna get at
ride,
least megas.
Radiant's middle barracks.
but they're definitely gonna take these racks. Upheaval, just a little bit of a distraction, but Lund, he does get the Shallow Grave. Can he drop the rock at least or something? He doesn't commit the golem for
He
this.
doesn't need to. He's alive. That was a really nice save from Zarrain. They can't afford to lose anybody on YG right now. They just have to hold for 20 seconds.
It is still a 4v5 for 20 seconds if they can get the TB into this play. Good catch onto Lewis. This is a kill on the Storm.
Massive.
100 seconds without him, but there's buyback on the Storm. There's buyback on the TB. Ivory having the upper hand here. As Haruna will be committed into this fight. KSH will need to bound the strike back onto the high ground. Good with the global. A nice little mischief dodge from KSH. But the racks have fallen. Megas achieved. Young PH back in the fight. We'll look to clean up with the Shiva's guard. Haruna is just actually the real hero here. They were looking for the TB, but they were duped. Haruna with a massacre, another 100 seconds without the Disco Goat, as Ludden will die as well. There's only the monkey and the monkey only. KSH all alone is more than likely dead, and that should be the GG over here.
He goes by, he's gonna use it.
He could commit.
It's him and Marcy. I mean, maybe there's an angle. He's gonna have Wukong's command up again.
Ancient is open. It is time to go one way or the other. KSH coming back into play. Battle strike straight onto the Storm Spirit with the Abyssal. They will get one. That is a dieback onto Lewis, by the way. 2 minutes without the Storm. But Haruna, he's pressuring with the Conjure Images, which are actually Demand Illusions, but still. Doing 1,500 HP onto the Ancient just with that. That's gonna be a long 50 seconds.
Yeah, but they don't. Okay, so the problem is Haruna doesn't have full resources. He's got to walk all the way back and then TP through. If they can get the outpost somehow from YG, it should secure them enough time. Skill A has to be careful. Nobody on YG has buys. Oh no, Skill A. This is a crazy play.
KSH still alive, contacting onto Drake. Haruna is close by, but not enough mana for much, as he does have the Sunder, but doesn't want to save a Tusk of all things.
The creeps are coming in. The Ancient is getting hit right now. They gotta go back.
Oh, the lane creeps spawning in just in time to help out. But yeah, Haruna constantly sending in a Conjure Image to take care of the creepos. Skillet and KSH. Oh,
can you imagine?
I do believe, like, I mean, if I were in the shoes... Hold on.
Oh, snap.
If I were in Reckonix's shoes, I'd be scared. I'd be really, really scared. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, we have everyone back on YG. I'm actually like hearing nice stories from Southeast Asia for a change, by the way. Because usually we hear from MLP and John X that, you know, the region has been on the downturn ever since DPC has been off. But I've been hearing like some nice tier 2 Dota stories, you know, just players moving in together in player houses, doing their best, trying to evolve their Dota. And, you know, it just goes back to the roots of the game. Like, these LAN Cafe tournaments that Dota 1 used to have, going LAN Cafe to LAN Cafe and beating everyone. That is always going to be my highest echelon and, like, my best memories in Dota, for sure.
Yeah. It's always good to win. A lot of my core Dota 2 memories are losses. I remember a lot more of my losses than I remember my wins.
Interesting. No, for me it's okay, there is one core memory. Oh, hold on. I guess the Warlock is dead. I always hated this one, by the way, that Grims is hosting. Yeah, we're just gonna have this beautiful shot where one following him. Eyes sharded,
so he can farm,
surrounded, and destroyed. This is what you get for having the Hand Immortal. Deserved. It's not even an Immortal, actually. It's just a epic item, I believe. Yeah. First blood going in the way of YG. Good with the start. But yeah. Early game Dota versus late game Dota. A classic approach. It just shows you the duality.
The battle begins.
Yeah, I have one core memory of just losing, but most of my core Dota memories are about actual wins and tournament wins, so... Maybe I'm just a positive guy, right?
Yeah. I hope that one day this is going to be a positive for one of these teams. They don't dwell on a loss like this. I mean, obviously it'd be so close. One team has to lose. That is just the nature of Dota 2. But at the end of the day, both teams have played phenomenal Dota up until this point. Game 2 was absolutely bonkers. Should both be proud for them.
You doing, Grims?
Play a high quality game like that.
They actually did do the swap with the Warlock and the Marcy. I'm super proud of Ivory for doing this approach.
More of a kill lane in this top lane with the TA. The melt strikes, the anti-armor, the follow-up right clicks with the bodyguard.
And I think, like, in general, Marcy is just a decent answer to the Tusk. As a position 5, although it's not traditionally played as a 5. But maybe it's just, you know, a lane swap in general. It's not necessarily a position swap between Grims and Drick, as you can see. You know, they are playing the heroes respectively. But Drick, kind of an overextend, and plus he did not start off with a rebound. That's going to be another kill for YG. An easy punish.
I don't know what you're thinking when you're that far out.
To contest the kills against the Tusk, against the right clicks. But Skille is just doing the traditional position 4 approach. He's just going to cut the wave again. Pull it down for the Mars. Avoiding, you know, the general refraction, meld, sideblade combination that the TA will dish out soon enough. Delivery, sorry.
Lunch.
All right.
KFC, good.
Rice box, nice. KFC equals shit. Kanto fried chicken. Oh my god.
Can you guys wait 5 minutes? He wants to eat, dude. He's hungry.
I'll take it.
They're taking a 5-minute break now.
I mean, admin's gonna punch us. I mean, technically you can use your technical break as the way you want. But this is
I
just...
guess.
This is such a mental push, though, at your enemy. This is just such a mental flex. By the way, so... In general, this messes up your internal clock for the game, by the way. I'm not gonna lie. Because, I don't... Have you ever experienced this before in, like, a tournament setting? Where the enemy team is just... Most of the time, people are not gonna commit to the fact that, yes, we ordered in food, and that's why we need the break. But, you know, like, have you ever had this, where there's, like, a 5-minute break in the middle of your laning stage?
Yes, it's terrible. I hate it.
It messes up my game clock so bad. Like, I will start looking for wisdom shrines at minute 10, and I want to make rotations to Tormentor at 25, because everything is delayed mentally, right? You start off the Dota game, and then you have this internal clock to the game, right? And it's just not working. But yeah, YG, I guess they had like 1 or 2 bites of that good old KFC chicken. You know, with that down in their gullets, they are ready to start off.
Good old rice box. You know what's really funny? I had KFC earlier today too, so that's...
I'm actually really proud of
Maybe
myself. I haven't had fast food ever since Riyadh.
Really?
Yeah. None
I
whatsoever.
should stop eating fast food, to be honest. It's not good for you.
To be fair, there are some budgetary reasons for that as well. But
yeah.
at the same time, you know, when you cook for yourself, it just feels better.
Yeah.
The nourishment value of the food as Rain. Well, let's see the Marcy and the TA cook some damage over here. As Drake, a little bit of a body block from Marcy. Of course, it's gonna force Haruna to disengage. But, you know, he gets a lane all to himself as Skille trying to get to level 2. Finally, now that he has some peace and quiet.
Yeah, I mean, a little bit of experience for Skillway. It's not bad, but ultimately it's going to be Zarin getting most of it. And this is what you have to do in this lane, because there's like... you're not gonna get any kills, and if anything, you're gonna be under pressure. So.
KSH and Lund not really enjoying the fatal bonds. The wave getting killed basically puts KSH down to 250 HP. An easy burst for Rapido if he gets the angle.
It's kind of hard. Sand King isn't really a bursty hero. Sandstorm doesn't do enough damage for that, so it's really just a matter of whittling your opponents down, making them use all their regen, and then when they're at half HP, use your burst and get the kill there. But you know, Grims is not that kind of hero to help that kind of game plan, so you can see him leave already.
4-minute gank.
Same thing with Lund too.
Easy deny on the water rune, but let's see Drek coming in. They're gonna get on top of Young PH. A little bit of disengage coming out from the glimpse, but Lewis, 5 seconds until the boundless strike. Can they cut this catch? I mean, the Shadow Word should set them up. As the misanthropy! Oh, that was close on Drek, but no kill for Young PH. Instead, they get the kill on Young PH as Rain is also getting really low. We'll need to disengage from the Templar. As it just goes to show you, Ivory has picked a better choice in terms of ranged heroes.
This is a really good play by Grims actually on that kill for Young PH. He walks over the dead body and makes it so that he eats most of the Diabolic Edict pulses.
Grims, just a massive, massive stack being worked in the triangle.
Yeah.
I mean,
Sand King is one of those heroes that can take those very safely. Takes him a little bit of time. It's not about speed. Sand King's taking stacks. It's about safety. Oh, what a sick play!
What a long burrow strike.
That?
Yeah, that was so long. Longest burrow strike I've ever seen.
What the heck, bro?
No, it's
crazy.
It's basically a precast. I think Monkey King can also do it with Tree Dance, right? While you're in the air, that's when the glimpse procs and you're still just flying again. I've seen that before, so... I think the funniest interaction is Toss during glimpse back. Someone getting Z-axis glimpse back is from Runa. Gonna be 3v2. They're gonna get the catch on the TA. Good with the play as Drick. Gonna be thrown back by Dragon Magnetic Pulse, but I believe this is a dead Marseille. Because of course, the Tusk combined with the tag team just shows off prowess. YG back on top of that proverbial horse.
Okay. Nice rotation, obviously. We keep seeing these rotations from these supports, right? Disruptor's one of those deceptively really good +1s. When you need to kill somebody and you say, I need a +1 to do it.
Hold on, mid lane. Drake. Just almost getting bursted down. Okay, sorry.
That's okay.
It was about to be action.
When you say to your team, I need a +1 to kill somebody, you're basically saying, hey, Disruptor, come here. Because he has the glimpse, he has the lockdown with the kinetic field and a little bit of extra damage and vision with Thunderstrike. He's literally the perfect hero to +1 anything. So they +1 top, right? They got 3v2, but it's a Disruptor, and just like that, you get the kill. So nice play from Lun, understanding the role of his hero in the game. And KSH just having a horrible time.
KSH gonna be Wukong's commanded as Lewis gets a kill. But not much to write home about. Of course, with the Warlock getting Shrine of Wisdom. They could make a rotation. Why is Grims going mid? Another pause, another unpause.
Levels?
Maybe a little bit of BM. Is Grims? Oh, the misanthropy totally misses him. Monkas. No Diabolic Edict for you as Lewis coming in for the turn. Ice Shards block him off. Tree Dance for the commitment.
Oh, he took the rune. Uh-oh.
Doesn't really matter. You still get the Jingle Mastery. You're gonna be fine, but no chase available for sure. Although Drick going around the bench, Marcy shaking his ass in front of the Tusk. Her ass, to be fair. Though it's very confusing to me. Marcy is a Hungarian. That's a boy name in Hungarian. So.
Is it?
Yeah. It's a nickname for Marcel.
Oh.
So maybe even the French are confused by that one.
No, the French just mean you're saying thank you all the time.
Frankie. Funky.
Merci? 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 No. Marcy. Merci?
Oh god. No. 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 The Canadian jokes. What have I done?
Funny.
What have I unleashed? As we turn on to net worth very, very late. My bad. But yeah, 4-2. What is this? Southeast Asia? Again, I'm questioning myself. Am I watching a Southeast Asian game? Where is the murderings happening as Rupido caustic finaleing or specifically stingering people? Drick with the pullback. It could be a free kill on Scalé, or could it? Nice shard with the block off as Lewis. Just a very sus tree. We'll get the Jingu Mastery. And it's still not satisfied with the kill count.
You want more?
I want way more. But yeah, Haruna falling behind a little bit compared to the TB is a little worrisome if you are an Ivory fan, as when PH gonna be bounced on. Wukong's command that Disco Goat. As the Lesh is dead, Zavrain looking to answer. Nails Drick into the wall of the arena. Beautifully, I must say, as I'm looking as to where we have... Oh, there's a... What kind of item is that, actually? What did the Monkey King turn into? Oh, it's a little brush. Yeah, on my screen. It was like a tiny little brush. I do have the TI9 map on, so like trees look a little wonky.
Okay. I see. They know Mars is here.
Do they?
Yeah, they have a sentry.
Zavrain does not have an arena, though. So in they go with the Burrow Strike onto Zavrain, but a beautiful spear will send the monkey flying. Fatal Bonds onto everyone as Lun is gonna fall victim. All you gotta do is keep hitting the Mars, as the Mars will die and the chase is on. The Golem, in the end, will give up and pressure the tier 1 tower instead. Nice rotation from Ivory here.
Lun just griefed his team super hard. He glimpses the TA who was 1v3, saved his life, and then dies.
Oh well.
Oh well, that's like one of the biggest kills you can get on the map right now.
But yeah, no, I think the Fatal Bonds definitely sealed the deal for them. As Rebound almost catches, Boundless Strike hits, but I think all they want is the tower at this point. Open up that map, especially against the TB. It's truly advantageous. Can they make the rotation up top, though? They have Epicenter. So catching on to the TB could be pretty bad. They're going to make a smoke play instead. Drick is coming. Close to level 6 on the Marseille.
This is an awkward fight. Okay, there's
the Wukongs. That's a good catch. But Wukong's commands overlapping with a Venn diagram inside the arena. Lewis and Grims, they just can't really pick a perfect target here, as I think Epicenter was committed, but hits nothing. They do get Lun out of this whole engagement, but at the end there, all they do is just save their tier 1 tower. I'm not impressed.
I guess the other thing that they're doing, which is really helpful, is that they're forcing KSH to fight and not farm. At 12 minutes, you do not want to be fighting as a TB. You just want to be sitting back and hitting creeps and not worrying about any of this. The fact that he doesn't even have a Yasha finished at this point, it's telling me that he's super behind. And I know what you might be thinking, played, it's like 13 minutes. How does he, like, what do you mean by Yasha? Okay, now he does. Did he have it the whole time? He might have. I might actually be blind.
But he had it.
Did he? Okay, well, either way, my man needs farm. I don't know.
Yeah, KSH feels slow. I don't know why. Now that actually we have Haruna out farming him, I'm a little bit baffled as to what happened on that bottom lane. He did die to once, but like what? Like he should be having a better time on the TB. I'm pretty sure, but with 2 tier 1 towers down, the space is shrinking, which is a normal thing when you're playing against the Templar. And yeah, Haruna just basically refraction farming. I do find it interesting that he didn't go for the Desolator first. He went for the longer reach first time, as he is... Hold on, I don't really care about Zarrain dying. What is this build on Haruna?
Dire's top
What?
Yeah.
Radiant's is under attack.
Okay, yeah, just casually looking at the tier 1 dying up top, but... What? He wants
I
to
can
go
explain the
Mjolnir?
build to you. You're not gonna like it, but I can explain it.
Grimm's getting approached on the mid lane as Lewis looks for the turnaround. He could get the Drink Mastery off, but I don't know if this is going to be a commit. Drix coming in with a rebound, closing off Young PH's path. Back to the high ground as, of course, they'll get that 1 kill, but Skille and Lund coming in from the side. This is not a good engagement, though, from Lewis. At the very same time, Rapido coming in with the epicenter. Can they hold on to the TB? They know that there is no Sunder left on him as Drake gets slapped down. SH could steal life from someone. Oh, okay. Never mind. There is no Sunder. It's still on cooldown.
Oh, they have vision. They got vision.
A little bit too close for comfort.
Where's the glimpse?
Lun, he wants to get the range. He wants to get the range. He needs to get in range.
It's so close.
Doesn't
He's
have
so
the
close.
range. No range. Goodbye.
So the big thing that happened in that team fight was nothing. Let's move on. Haruna opted to go for the Maelstrom.
I'm so confused.
I understand. I get it, because you're thinking to yourself, it's not for the Maelstrom, it's for the Mjolnir. You're thinking to yourself, I need a way to kill all these TB illusions, and
this feels so unorthodox.
it's very unorthodox. It's like building Heaven's Hubbard on PL.
Yeah.
It's like, why were you doing this? You know what I mean?
But you need, like, you know, the extra HP and the sustain, and you need to disarm someone. I understand. It's just so weird. It's like I'm watching the... Okay, it's not even close to the amount of stakes, but the first time when I was actually casting the top some mid lane gyrocopter, like, this doesn't make sense. Like, what is he gonna build? He's building the Fusel. This doesn't make sense at all. Like, no, this is stupid. This is stupid. Is this stupid? I was asking Chad, like, is this stupid, Chad? And Chad was like, this is stupid. And then it worked.
And then it worked.
So, like, I can't question it. Like, you know, don't knock it till you try it, but it seems unusual. Like, you're basically taking your family car and then turning it into a cabrio. That just doesn't make sense.
I